marks the opening day of the newly divided 4-lane Haleakala Highway. The project cost was in excess of $30 million. It means less congestion for island residents and increased safety for commuters upcountry.
For one, it increases the capacity for the cars, and so you'll have more capacity for them to go both ways as opposed to contraflowing each and every day. So that's one increase. I think secondly, it'll cut down on the time of commute, and that's always a benefit to everyone. So quality of life is improved. You have more time at work, more time with your family, more time for recreation. But I think more importantly, it's going to be an improvement on safety, and so that'll help in regards to the motorists having that sense of security.
This was a very exciting day because it's a long time in coming. Like Speaker Emeritus Suki said earlier that this was something that Senator Yamasaki wanted to put into place, and they only had money for 3 lanes, so we finally got enough for the 4. So that made it very special. And I think what wasn't mentioned, and I think it's kind of good to mention, is that this road is not only about infrastructure and making it easier for the quality of life of the people of Upcountry, but also it's the safety. Yeah, as we know, there were many casualties that happened on this road. People traveling at high speeds in opposite directions, only a few feet apart. Now we have this separation of an island. I think that's important for the quality of life also for the people of Upcountry.
The 5.5-mile corridor of improvements includes 4 bridge structures over existing irrigation ditches, a runaway ramp for trucks, and a shoulder lane for bicyclists. Additional improvements include signals at the Hali'i-Maile Road intersection, upgrades of signals at the Keahua Road intersection, relocating utility poles, adding irrigation lines, and upgrading guardrails.
People are going to have to get used to a slightly different road. I mean, anytime you widen it or you start putting in traffic signals, it takes a little time to adjust. So people need to be a little bit more cautious, aware of their surroundings, especially when they get to the intersection with the lights. That's why we have them blinking right now so they can be aware that they're there. And then the biggest adjustment is going to be at the Pukalani bypass area, where people are going to have to get used to that modification. We have a runaway trucks ramp area is one of the concerns that was brought up in about 2001 by a few truckers. That they thought that it would be a lot safer if we had a runaway truck ramp for them to pull off in case their brakes went, just because Haleakala Highway is quite a long ways going downhill from Upcountry. So that's a new feature that we're providing for this highway.
This is going to make it so much easier for folks from Upcountry to get to work. A lot of these folks go to Kihei, some of them even come down to Lahaina. So it's really exciting to see that we've got another major Maui roadway checked off. We did Mokulele earlier this year, now Haleakala, and I'm drooling because I want Lahaina to be next. And hopefully we'll start that 1A part of the what we call the mini bypass in January.
For over a decade, this stretch of the Haleakala Highway has been contraflowed to accommodate motorists who are attempting to get to work on time. The addition of a median in the center of the roadway is expected to add to driver safety. With 2 new downhill lanes separated from the existing uphill lanes with 36-foot wide medians, motorists can now feel safer on a divided highway, having adequate traffic capacity to accommodate future traffic growth.
As anything new, it's going to be confusing for some people. We're going to do what we can. We're going to have people monitoring it in the mornings and in the afternoons where the heaviest traffic is. But I mean, I'm looking at it as there's more lanes for people to come down now, so I'm hoping it's going to make it so that there's less congestion and less traffic. I anticipate there's going to be some speeds here, but we're going to take care of that as well. We'll have people monitoring the speeding here as well.
Transportation officials and community leaders are looking forward to additional traffic improvements across the island of Maui.
In October, we're going to be coming out and advertising the widening of Honopi'ilani between Aholo and Lahaina Luna. That'll be about a $20 to $25 million project. And then we also have other projects going on, like the Kihei Upcountry Road. It's about a $170 million project, 10 miles, 2-lane road between Kihei and Haleakala Highway up near Hali'i-Maile. And then we're also going to be doing the EIS for Paia Bypass. And October 7th, we're coming out to Paia and holding a public meeting out there.
A lot of my constituents in Kihei are very interested in the Kihei Upcountry Highway, and I was just checking with our Maui DOT administrator, Mr. Kajigal, and he was saying that it's 60% design. So once the design goes, then we'll be meeting with our federal delegation to see how we can get the construction money for it.
The administration has made a commitment that we're not going to back down on our infrastructure, especially on transportation. And today I outlined the 4 projects that are basically either they're ongoing right now, and we have another that's going to be designed. The Paia bypass is in design phase, but we're not going to stop at that. We're going to follow through on that. Lahaina bypass will be completed hopefully very shortly, as well as the bypass at the airport in Kahului. So no, we're not going to stop. Infrastructure is very important. In fact, I think in times such as this is where you build your infrastructure. So when the good times come, we'll be ready for that boom, because when we get that boom, you'll have more people on the road. You'll have more tourists, you'll have more people working, and so you're going to need that infrastructure, and we'll be ready and we can roll.
Overall, the highway additions are designed to improve the quality of life for upcountry commuters, enhance tourist driving experience, and provide an improved inbound bicycle route. Total construction cost for the project was estimated to be around $36 million. 80% of that was federally funded. 20% came from the state. For MauiToday.tv, I'm Wendy Osher.
Maui Today.